Don Waddell, he is the grand poobah over with the Blue Jackets. There is a story today in the Dispatch written by a moron.
Okay.
Where he again, Don being he, says that he is not considering a buyout of Damon Severson or Elvis Merzlikins. Severson, I can understand. You got to pay him for like 12 years. Hey, go figure. Hey, great job, Yarmo. Anyway, Severson, I understand. Elvis, I don't. And it seems like some people, it's posturing. He's going to try and trade him. First of all, Severson's not tradable. He's got a no-trade clause. No one's going to trade for him. That's out of conversation. Elvis, I even think at this point, even though he has 2 years left on his deal, is untradeable. He is a pain in the ass in the dressing room. He is not good on the ice consistently, which I'm told is a problem.
Well, especially when it comes to a goalie.
Well, yes. You'd like to have a little bit of consistency there.
Yes.
If it were up to me, Elvis is gone. I buy him out. It's addition by subtraction. I roll with Jet Greaves
Absolutely.
to start the season, and you get Elvis out of that dressing room. But it seems like Don Waddell is hell-bent on bringing Elvis back in and trying to have him earn his spot or whatever. I think we need to rip that Band-Aid off, take the L, Don.
It's not hard. He wasn't there.
I understand, but I know he still has to deal with financial aspects of that. I get it. But if we're serious about turning the corner and turning this into a winning hockey club and making the playoffs, then I think we part ways with someone like Elvis Merzlikins. It's harder with Severson. I get it. But I was talking to Teddy about this, Jen, before the show, and I want to get your take on it. It's totally and completely irrational. I will admit that right now. But, and you know me, right? I always try and look at the rational side of things.
Yes.
When it comes to spending money and signing long-term deals that you may wind up regretting, even though they look good at the time. Brad Marchand is going to be a free agent after this season.
Yes, he is.
Okay? For a long time, I hated him. Not quite to Tom Wilson level, but pretty close.
Well, Tom Wilson is in a league of his own when
I
it
don't
comes
know.
to hatred.
They're close by.
Yeah, he's not. He can't hold a flame to Tom Wilson.
But I fall more and more in love with Brad Marchand every single time that I watch him. I mean, he's the best player on the ice.
Yeah.
He is a tiny guy, yet physically imposing. He just stares at people and they back off. He's going 110% every single time. And we've had guys like that in the past. Like Matty Calvert was a guy who was a smaller guy that would go balls to the wall all the time. But he's limited in what he can do from a skill perspective, right? Brad Marchand does not have any of that.
Yeah, but he's 37.
That's what Teddy said to me. Here's what I say. If I'm Don Waddell, I call up Brad Marchand's agent, Joe Piscopo, or whoever's doing the books for Brad Marchand. And I say, hey, looky here. Maybe the Blue Jackets are not on your radar. You're going to have plenty of opportunities. Stay in Florida, maybe go back to Boston. Colorado's making some noise. These are all teams that you think are closer to winning than us. However, are any of them willing to give your client a 20-year contract? That's what I would do. I would sign Brad Marchand until he's 57 years old. All right? So when he's done playing hockey, maybe we got 3 more years of good hockey left. Maybe. That's an if. We take him to the age 40 season.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that he's going to be the best player in franchise history. He's going to take this place to a new dimension that we've only dreamed of before. And even when he can't play anymore, we're going to put him in uniform, and he's going to go in the dressing room and kick everybody's ass. He's going to be the sheriff in that dressing room. He'll be the captain of all time.
You don't watch Shoresy, but he'll be the Shoresy of the
Sure,
of the
whatever. I don't get the
room.
reference, but I'm sure it's fantastic. Teddy yelled at me. What did you say? It'd be like Sergei Fedorov coming in?
We tried this before. We brought in a legendary player.
Get out of here.
Sergei Fedorov.
You can't talk about the tenacity of Sergei Fedorov the same way you talk about Brad Marchand.
No, that's true.
There are so many other intangibles that he brings. Think about it, Teddy. You get 3, 4, who knows what science is going to come up with. Maybe he plays until he's 46 years old like Jaromir Jagr. So you get a good chunk of time with him on the ice. You win. at least 3-4 championships, I think.
All right, you sold me. I'm in. Let's do it.
You win at
All
least
right.
3-4 championships.
You can't. There's.
Stop. Don't burst my bubble now.
Okay.
You don't think they just automatically win 3 straight championships?
It sounds real to me.
Yeah, sure. I buy in.
Then
There we go.
he takes on more of an ambassador role. He's like Gordie Howe,
Oh.
right? He's just around and he's threatening.
Yeah.
So if you got a guy, let's say like Elvis, malcontent, right? Just sort of keeping to himself, turning people against each other in the dressing room, spreading the poison around. Brad Marchand comes up to him, even if he's 50. Who's backing down? Who's going to take him on? Nobody's going to take him on.
Nobody.
You have your enforcer for your own team. Everybody's talking about the enforcer for the other team. No. He'll do that the first couple years of the contract when he wins his trophies. But then
Behind the scenes.
he's whipping his own guys' asses.
I like that idea. I mean, I was also thinking, we've got the Severson contract. Can't they just have him do odd jobs around Nationwide Arena? Like maybe,
They still have to pay him,
go fix
so
the toilet.
at least have
We're
him do
paying you
something.
all this money. Go over there and refill the ice machine. Like, do stuff like that. Run the Zamboni. We'll pay you, but you're not going to play.
Well, that sounds familiar to what Common Man was talking about with Deshaun Watson and Cleveland.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Why can't they do that for him? Like just to have him go do odd jobs around Nationwide Arena.
I worked at a radio station with a guy who used to do mornings, and he was relieved of his duties for mornings.
Yeah.
And usually that's it. You don't see him anymore, goes away, and they hire somebody else, and he moves on, has another job. Well, they didn't want to fire this guy and eat the money, so they took him off mornings, but then moved him to overnights.
Oh.
They were still paying him the same amount.
Oh, my.
So they were paying his contract.
Yeah.
Right? But they just thought that they could get him to quit if they moved him to overnights and started doing these odd jobs. Well, he called him on the bluff. It's like Costanza when he's working at Play Now.
Mm-hmm.
He called him on the bluff. He starts doing overnights. He's the highest paid overnight guy in the history of the world. He actually finds out that he likes it. They take him off overnights and make him the custodian of the radio station.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is like top level petty. I love that.
He doesn't necessarily quit. He sues them for violating the terms of the contract, but it turns out there was nothing explicitly in the contract that said that he had to perform on-air duties in this time slot. So technically, he could have been the highest paid custodian in the world.
Oh.
He did wind up quitting, and they saved all that money.
Wow.
So we can do that with Damon Severson.
Exactly. I think it's a good idea. And then I know it will probably count against the salary cap somewhere, right?
Well, if he decides just to leave
Yeah.
and retire
And then
and
it could
quit,
just go away.
Yeah. You take that money and you
give it to Marchand.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We solved it.
just solved it, Don.
Come, Don. I've had a couple of conversations with Don. Come down. Let's talk. He's a good guy. Let's just talk about it.
Good, clean man.
Good, clean man, that Don Waddell. He is a man of the people because he will go around at Nationwide Arena and talk to people during the game. He is a cool dude.
Well, he's doing that now because they don't hate him yet.
Well, there was a lot to hate before him, and I think he's got a few years of cool dude, man of the people before people start lighting him up.
I'm a fan.
I love him.
Get rid of Elvis and give Brad Marchand a 20-year contract, and you've got me. People